Hello peeps and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 45. Alright, so last episode we made ourselves a nice nifty little miscraft dimension in order to be able to move all of our farms and our more, intensive supply problems out that way in order to get them out of the overworld so we don't have quite as much lag. I also went around and found some dark oak saplings. Hello. And I said off camera I was gonna, see if I could find some jungle saplings. Well, I looked around for a while and I couldn't find any. And I said, maybe we'd come back and do some Botania stuff, but I decided actually, well, that's not really necessary. Because I have Miscraft. And with Miscraft, we get this wonderful thing called dimensions that we can customize to do basically anything we, well, frickin' want them to do. Including make throwaway jungle biomes. Yeah, so that's what I did. I made a throwaway jungle biome. The only thing I did was put in single biome, jungle, left everything else up to chance. Got some nasty effects on it, but yeah, what are you gonna do, right? Now, I actually came in here for a reason, because in my checking off camera, I discovered, what the hell? Oh, is that corruption? No, that's birchwood. For some reason, there's birchwood platforms in the sky. Whatever. Yeah, off camera, I did check and you cannot directly combine saplings. You have to have the pollen. Which means I'm going to need to make the sieve things to put in my industrial apiaries, which means I'm going to need to get some jungle bees. Which is why I'm currently flying around in a dimension that's poisoning the crap out of me and making me hungry as hell. So I need to find some jungle bees, and I ain't gonna find them in the overworld. And I am getting some pretty severe lag warnings. Just because there is so much going on in this dimension that my system cannot keep up. I may end up having to come back here and do this off camera, looking for these bees, unless I find some like real soon. There's a couple of nodes, may as well scan them while I'm here. Aura and Ordo, or Aqua and Ordo. That's just a pure Aqua. Come on, it's dark here. I should be able to easily spot these freaking hives just by looking for glowing. This is one thing I really don't like about forestry, is having to actually go out and find these hives. I may actually have to go look. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, we have a wintry hive? Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna find any. I'm not gonna find any of the hives that I need here. Because for some reason, even though I'm in a jungle biome, it's producing wintry hives. Wonder if that's just a random miscraft occurrence, where it's not reading the dimension properly. Okay, well, I mean, we're not gonna find what we're after here, I don't think. Yeah, there's another wintry hive. So I found the jungle sapling that I needed, but as far as the hives, we're not gonna find them here. So I will continue my hunt for a regular jungle biome in the overworld, but for right now, we're gonna teleport home. and I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing off camera for the last little bit here, as soon as it actually warps me back home. Alright, so I made a small tweak to my Applied Energistics auto crafting system. It's not a huge change, but I'm having trouble getting the automation of my crafting of processors perfect. So I kind of switched it up a little bit. I still auto craft the circuits, but now anytime a circuit is auto crafted, it automatically gets exported into this inscriber and then gets imported back into the system here. So it accomplishes kind of the same effect. The only thing is I can't tell it to auto craft processors. I have to tell it to auto craft the circuits. Another thing that I've started doing is I have patterns which are in these interfaces here connected to these molecular assemblers that know how to make compressed cobblestone of different types. Right now I have my system crafting a quintuple compressed cobblestone. And in order to do that, I had to increase my crafting storage. I put a 64K storage unit back there, and even that's only enough to craft one quintuple at a time. So I need to seriously up my auto crafting game if I'm going to want to craft large amounts of cobblestone automatically. I might see if I can come up with a better way to do this, but I don't really need to for right now because this is going to get me what I really need to do, what I need to do. That is, I need to make something to make my life a little easier on the other side here. This is what we're actually going to do this episode. Let's go back into the farming world. And you'll see I've been kind of busy over here. I've been terraforming the land, I've been placing dirt all around, and I've got a little patch over here where I've started growing grass. But, you know, this grass isn't growing nearly as fast as I want it to. And I can use the watering can, but that's kind of a pain in the ass because I have to move around all the time. I want a better watering can. And that beast is available through extra utilities. However, it comes at a pretty steep price. We're going to need to get a couple of things to make this happen. We are after the reinforced watering can. Watering can reinforced. This is going to require a bowl, 4 Bedrockium ingots. Now this is not bedrock ingots from Rotary Craft. These are Bedrockium ingots from extra utilities. These each require 4 triple compressed cobblestone, 4 quadruple compressed cobblestone, and a block of diamond. So I need lots and lots of compressed cobblestone, and I need 4 blocks of diamond. Let's go ahead and get that. We're going to get the blocks of diamond first. And we're going to put these bees away for the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I already have 2 quintuple compressed cobblestone. I can break those down into quadruples, and I can break one of the quadruples down into triples. Actually, I can break a couple of these down, because I'm going to need 16 of each. So, 4 quadruple, 4 triple, and a block of diamond gives me Bedrockium ingots. Now, when you're carrying Bedrockium ingots on your person, you get a slowness 4 effect, because these things are stupidly heavy. So, we're going to leave them in here for now. We're going to need a wooden bowl, which I've already got one. No problem. We need one more thing. We need a soul fragment. Well, if you take a look at this, it's going to tell you an etheric sword gives you a soul fragment. What's this plus heart thing? Well, I'll show you. First, we need to make an etheric sword. An etheric sword is 2 unstable ingots. Oh yeah. one of these things again. And some obsidian and a crafting table. So we're going to need a piece of obsidian. We're going to need 2 iron. I'm not going to use the safe recipe. We're going to need our division sigil. We're going to need 2 diamonds. And here we go again. Dividing by diamond. My favorite pastime frickin' ever. There's our etheric sword. Alright, so what can we do with the etheric sword? Well, it's +6 attack damage. That's nice. It doesn't take durability damage when you hit things with it, which is also kind of cool. But it has use that isn't readily apparent. Take careful note of the amount of hearts that I currently have. I have 17 hearts. We're going to use this etheric sword in a crafting table, and it's going to give me a soul fragment. And in doing so, it is going to diminish me and reduce my maximum health by 10%. Every time you use... Really? Connection lost. So what's going on with the server now? Don't know. That's the TeamSpeak server going derpy. Anyway, so yeah, that is, yeah, that's what the etheric sword can do. It damages you 10% every time you use it. And in doing so, you get a soul fragment. Now, I think it also consumes the etheric sword, which I don't remember it doing, but it's alright. That is how you get the soul fragment. Let me actually just check something real quick. Yeah, something's up with our TeamSpeak. I don't know. This TeamSpeak has been acting really weird recently. I don't know what's going on with Creeper Host, but... And I just noticed my audio is really quiet. I'm going to have to amplify this a lot in post. Anyway, we have our soul fragments. And for some reason, it actually didn't take the heart off of me.
Connected.
Connected. There it did. I wonder why that is. Don't know. Anyway, yeah. So, we can put the division sigil away. We don't need him. That, plus our 4 Bedrockium ingots. Why did I click the Bedrockium ingot and everything froze up on me? Oh, because it's trying to look up the bedrock. I really need to figure out a way to disable that. And we're going to get a wooden bowl. That's going to give us our reinforced watering can. The reinforced watering can is a dramatic upgrade over the original watering can. Once we dip this thing into water, we're going to notice that its coverage range is bloody huge compared to the original one. The original one covered a 3x3 area. This one covers about a 9x9. And I believe it also prompts growth ticks faster than other watering cans. So if we come over here to this other side now, and we walk over to our nice little grassy area, we can spread this grass so much faster now. That's a nice change for us. Another nice change is that this watering can that I just made, this one can be automated through the use of autonomous activators or whatnot. The original watering can, if you try to put it in any sort of autonomous right-clicking thing, it doesn't play nice and it breaks. And you end up with a broken watering can that you can't do a damn thing with. This reinforced watering can, no such problem. Put it in an autonomous activator, works just fine. But this isn't everything that we want to do this episode. No, no, no. See, I want to get to a point where I can turn large amounts of this landscape into dirt. And in order to do that, I have to be able to replace the sandstone. Now, I could just go through and mine up all the sandstone and come back and then put dirt down, but that's twice the work. So how I did this was I came in with my wand of equal trade and a whole bunch of dirt on me and just went to town. And that works, but there's a small problem. If we take a look, once I get back to the other side, come on. If we take a look at the wand, actually it's in my inventory. This wand is almost completely out of Terra, Ordo, and Perdicio essence. It actually uses a relatively large amount of V to do equal exchange. Now, granted, I was replacing thousands of blocks, but still, it uses a lot of V, and my nodes don't recharge that fast. So I kind of want a better solution. And one of the mods that we're using gives us that better solution. Where is it? The exchangers. There are 3 tiers of exchanger. There's a redstone exchanger, a resonant exchanger, and a creative exchanger. Obviously, you're not going to make the creative exchanger, but we can make the redstone or the resonant. Now, this is going to require a tesseract, an eye of ender, a resonant flux capacitor, and 2 enderium. We can also substitute the redstone exchanger for the tesseract. But there's no point in it because the redstone exchanger requires a tesseract to begin with, so why wouldn't we just make the tesseract and, yeah. You know what I'm getting at. So, first thing we're going to need is a tesseract. Obviously, I don't have any, so we'll have to create one. I went ahead and made some more enderium off camera. And we're going to need some ender pearls. I also went and farmed some more of these off camera. Let's go ahead and pop the ender pearls in there. We'll pop the tesseract in there so that once that gets done, it'll do its thing. And we need to make a resonant flux capacitor, which requires the redstone flux capacitor, which requires the hardened flux capacitor, which requires the leadstone. Basically, we have to make the entire tiers. So, leadstone, hardened, redstone, resonant flux capacitor. By now, our tesseract should be done. Tesseract get. And Resonant Exchanger get. Almost. Need an eye of ender. Yes, I know it's inefficient to break down blaze powder, but I essentially have an infinite supply of blazes, so I don't really care at this point. There we go. Resonant Exchanger get. We're going to pop the Resonant Exchanger in our energetic infuser and let it charge. Now, this thing is going to take a while to charge because this thing has a capacity of 10 million RF. And it can only receive at 20k RF a tick. But this thing's only capable of inputting 8,000 RF a tick. So, we are going to be waiting for a few seconds. Let's keep the builder's wand on us, and my alloy hammer here. Let's take a look at him real quick, shall we? Now you can see I've got the modifiers, Silk Touch, and Redstone. I wonder if I've upgraded him yet. Let's find out. I'm going to get a block of gold and a diamond. And by adding a block of gold and a diamond, we see that I have indeed given it the first upgrade. So we need the second upgrade. Which is a block of diamond. And a notch apple. Now I already have a notch apple, but I'm going to make another one anyway. Just to show you guys how expensive it is. It's 8 blocks of gold around an apple. A notch apple and a block of diamond adds a modifier to a tool that's already received its first modifier. A wither star adds a third. Or nether star. So if I were to put this in here and put the nether star on it, that would give me an extra modifier, but I don't need it right now. So we're going to hold on to that nether star. You never know when you might need them. Why did I do that? Well, I want to put a flux capacitor on this thing. So let's get a leadstone flux capacitor. We're going to get the hardened, the redstone, and the resonant. I'm pretty sure my hammer can hold a resonant flux capacitor. No? It can't? Okay. Well, we'll try it with a hardened. Or we'll try it with a redstone. Yeah, it can hold a redstone flux capacitor. This is going to make my hammer into an RF tool, so that I can now charge this thing, and as I'm mining, it's going to burn RF power instead of burning durability. Now, once it's depleted the RF power, it will still burn durability, but this gives me a buffer before it gets to that point, which means basically now I've got an awesome hammer that'll never break on me. All I have to do is charge it every once in a while. How's that for awesome? The last thing we're going to need is a crap load of dirt. And I'm going to bring along my ender pouch just in case. We're not going to need the scoopinator right now. I won't need my crescent hammer. Keep my builder's one just in case. Not going to need the thermometer. Won't need my charged porter at the moment. But we're going to need a metric crap load of dirt. And the easiest way to carry a metric crap load of dirt is to just make it into compressed dirt. You can uncompress it on the fly. Go through to the farming world. And let's go ahead and uncompress a little bit of dirt. We're going to put our Resonant Exchanger on our hotbar. By holding down Shift and right clicking, we can select the block. You can see right now we have a radius of 3. Now I can't remember how it is I'm supposed to change the radius. I think there's a key for it, but I can't remember what the binding is. Let me check my controls real quick. Tool decrease, tool increase. We're going to set decrease to minus on my keyboard. We're going to set increase to plus on my keyboard, or my numpad. So right now I have a radius of 3. By hitting plus, I can increase the radius. I'm going to increase the radius to 8. Now, you can see this is going to affect a huge area. Now, if I were to dig down through the dirt here, you're going to see it's only affecting the top layer. So I don't have to worry about this going down and affecting huge amounts of space underneath. All I have to do is basically just walk around and right click with this thing. And as long as I have dirt in my inventory, it will quite happily go through and plop down dirt where all of this sandstone is. Until I run out of dirt, of course. And this is going a hell of a lot faster than it was when I was doing this with the Wand of Equal Trade. Like, so much faster. Unbelievably faster. Is my base not chunk loaded? Why is that not pulling? My base should be chunk loaded, so that should be automatically importing. Unless I don't have it set up correctly. Did I forget to set up my import? I'm pretty sure I forgot to set up an import chest. That's silly of me. Sure enough, there's my ender chest. I'll have to make some speed upgrades. Alright, well, this is easy enough to fix. I just have to figure out how to fix it. Because I've got a retrieval node on the bottom of that that's pulling that interface, but I don't want it to, I kind of don't want it to do that. So what I'm going to do is up here on the side of this interface, I'm going to put that ender chest there. We're going to put the transfer node for items on here. And we're going to put the stack upgrade there. That's going to start pulling out of my inventory. Now I just need to increase the rate at which it pulls. So that's what the speed upgrades will do. I'll do that off camera. I don't need to waste time on camera with that. Now, there's one more thing I want to do this episode. I want to start moving my bee stuff out there instead of having it here. However, I need a chunk loader out there because right now, those chunks aren't loaded. I leave that dimension, everything stops working. Right? Right. So we need a chicken chunks chunk loader. Should be very easy for me to get one at this point. We're going to take him out there. Now, I do not know if chicken chunks will automatically load dimensions when you first log in. So if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, you may actually have to jump worlds every time you first log in order to make this chunk loader behave. Let's go ahead and show the lasers. And I'm going to set this for a 5 chunk radius. No, I'm going to set it for a 4 chunk radius. That's going to force load 49 chunks. You can see that's a pretty huge area. That'll give me a lot of room to work with. We'll go ahead and hide these lasers now. We'll go back to the overworld. And now, even on this side, everything out there is loaded. Let's go ahead and start moving our bees out that way. So we're going to need our industrial apiaries. We're going to need some resonant flux ducts. We're going to need the automation upgrades that I made. We're going to want to take the lifespan upgrades, but we're not going to use them quite yet. We're actually not even going to need the light upgrades. And we're going to need all of our bees. I'm just going to grab all of the princesses that we have. For right now, I'm going to put all this dirt away. And I actually want to make an apiarist chest, I think. Where is... That's an arborist chest. The apiarist chest is glass, a chest, and 5 of any type of comb. Easy enough to make. We're going to pop over to the other world. For right now, we're just going to drop our apiarist chest right there, and we're going to put all of our bees in there. Now, I'm not sure why, but I still, even now, am getting warnings in my console about wrong genetic information. It's really starting to piss me off. I'm hoping that by getting these things out of an AE system, it's going to fix it. I doubt it will, but we can hope, right? Let's go ahead and put the reinforced watering can away so I can get that last drone out. Upstairs, make the switch over. We do get a minor, tiny little lag spike whenever I switch dimensions. That's kind of a pain in the ass. Okay, why can I not store any more drones? Have I reached my maximum capacity? Because that would suck. Oh, no, now I can... Or no, that's just shifting them between my... you know what? Whatever. We'll figure it out. Nothing else, I'll juice some of these drones. I don't need that many damn drones anyway. So, back to the overworld again. And let's get the last couple of components that we're going to need. We're going to need another tesseract. Because we need a way to transfer power to the other dimension. We're eventually going to want to put a full AE system out there just to handle bees. I will probably use storage chests and make use of diamond chests out there in order to avoid storing the bees digitally. I'm wondering if maybe that's what's causing my errors, is I'm storing those bees digitally. So maybe by not doing that, I'll fix the problem. We got our tesseract. Let's see here. What else do we need? Did I have... Yeah, I have my mutagen producer in there. My advanced mutatron is out back. Gonna need the crescent hammer. We'll go ahead and take the stuff out of my advanced mutatron. And we're going to need to get our genetic sampler. We will need our genetics labware. And we're also going to want to get a few diamond chests just for some basic storage. That should be enough to get everything going for bees on the other side, at least to start them producing some stuff for me. Let's go ahead and get them set up. And, well, just so happens we have some flowers over here. So we'll just do it right here. All right, here we're going to put down some power lines. Right here we're going to put down our tesseract. This tesseract is going to be receiving from main power output. It is going to be set to item mode blocked, fluid mode blocked, energy receive. Apiary is down. And these things we're now going to switch to redstone control disabled. Or always on, rather. We'll come over here, and I want to have, let's see, what do I want to have running? Where? You know what? Let's put down the diamond chest so I can start pulling my bees back out. Yeah, I don't know why this APRS chest is being such a pain in my ass, but it is. So, and I'm pretty sure it ate my noble drone again. I'm kind of pissed off about that. So let's see if I can get, I've got a cultivated princess here. Do I have a common bee? Yeah, I've got a common drone here. I actually really want to use common princesses for this. I might actually go around and get some more bees off camera just to make this a little easier on myself, because I really don't want to waste a common, I don't want to waste a cultivated princess who's made of pristine stock to get just, yeah, random crap going again. So we're gonna we'll take a forest princess for now and a meadows drone. And over here, on the other side of this tesseract, we're gonna cut space out. And we're gonna put down some more resonant flux duct. And on this line, we're gonna put our mutagen producer right there. We're gonna put our advanced mutatron next to it. We're gonna put our genetic imprinter on the end and our genetic sampler in the middle. Advanced mutatron is gonna get our labware. And we're going to mutate a meadows and a forest into a common. That gives us our common queen. We're going to get a cultivated drone. Now here, we need this queen to die. So we're going to go ahead and install the lifespan upgrades and one automation upgrade. We're going to pop that queen in there, let her do her thing. We're also going to put the automation upgrades in these. This queen, as she goes through, is going to tick away life very, very quickly. We'll keep an eye on this just to let it give us one tick here, so you can see how fast this is going to happen. You can see she already lost 25% of her lifespan on the first tick. So she is not long for this world. When she dies, she's going to give me a common princess. I can combine that with cultivated and get the cultivated bee. And from the cultivated bee, no, I can use the common princess that I'm going to get out of this and combine it with cultivated drone, and that'll let me get my noble drone back. or my noble queen. But that is going to put me right about the 40-minute mark, which is where I like to end episodes. So, off camera, I'm going to take a look at my map. And I am going to see if I can find a freaking jungle in the overworld so that I can scoop up some bees. And once I do, because there has to be one somewhere in the overworld, there has to be some place I can get those bees somewhere in the overworld, I will find it, I swear. Once I find it, then we will come back and we will resume with episode 46, where we will get into some more bee fun. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Hope you guys are enjoying where this is going. I'm starting to get frickin' tree warnings now. It's got to be the digital storage. So I'm going to have to come up with another way to store all of my forestry stuff. I can't do it digitally. I'm going to have to use like storage buses or something, but we'll figure that out. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'll catch you later, peeps.